And I'm going to share with you today a little bit about my story and how I got started in the transportation industry and what we do every day for women drivers, and I love it. So I am the first, largest, independent 8-bay garage, diesel garage in Cincinnati. You to park in our lot. We have created a safe haven for you. If you come to Cincinnati and you are on the north side of Cincinnati in Fairfield, Ohio, we want you to come to our garage. We want you to park. There's food for you. There is a stove. There is a shower. There is a room for you to relax. There's a room upstairs for you to relax and take a break if you would like. And be away from people if you want to. If you want to be with people, there's a large room for you. Every Friday, we did it last year every Friday, but now we're doing it once a month, on the second Friday of the month. We have a free lunch for you, and we invite all the community and everyone who's there to come and share lunch with us, and we'd love for you to come to our place and share that time. But I would like to welcome you, and I'd like to just share my story. My father started the company 27 years ago. He started in 1986. But I was my dad's absolute best friend. I loved him. He was incredible. So when I hear stories like you, Lorraine, and Kitty, it tears me up. But when I was a little girl, my dad was the transportation manager for Hoover Ball and Bearing. And he would come home all the time, and he would empty his pockets, and he would throw balls and bearings down on the floor, and I'd run after him, you know. I had to work out every ball and bearing. And I would ask him, Dad, what do you do? What do you do? And he'd say, come on, let's go to work. We lived in a small town called Cadiz, Kentucky. And so he'd take me to work with him, and he'd be dispatching drivers all day. So naturally, I just picked up the phone and I started dispatching drivers. It came natural. Hi, how you doing? This is Sandy. One thing that I am not, that we have found out, I am not this. They put it on my chair, and I thought they wanted me to calm down a little bit. But my dad would have me come to work, and it was awesome. He'd pick me up after school every day, and I went to work with him, and I loved it. I loved dispatching. I have diesel in my veins. I learned that last week in Las Vegas. I have diesel in my veins. So my dad ended up getting a job in Lexington, Kentucky when I was a senior in high school. And so being that I was Daddy's girl, I wanted to go to Lexington and follow him. So he started working in Lexington. I ended up getting a job for National Linen and working for them for a while. But then I decided I wanted to do what I love doing, which was sales and marketing. So I started my own sales and marketing company. My father ended up moving to Cincinnati, Ohio. He got a job there in Cincinnati, and he had a heart attack. And after the heart attack, he just couldn't function as well as he would like to. So I asked him, I said, Dad, you've always had a dream of being a transportation broker. Why don't you come in my office, and why don't you start a transportation brokerage firm? And he said, you know, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that. So his office was right next to mine, and it was like being a kid again. We were dispatching drivers, and it was great. And he wanted to go from Cincinnati to the West Coast, and from the West Coast back. We were hiring owner-operators. We were having a great time. A year, almost to the day after he started, my best friend in the world had a heart attack, passed away. It was a challenging time for me. But I knew I didn't want his business to fail. I knew I didn't want his business to stop. So my mom came in, and I came in, and we actively started running the business. So, what ended up happening was, as you know, the market in 1996, when the truck crunch happened, we actively got into trucking and started ESJ Carrier Corporation. And I loved trucking. It was awesome. In 2009, as the market collapsed, we had our challenging times. And so what ended up happening, after we started ESJ Carrier Corporation, though, I should share a story with you that gave the birth of, without a doubt, truck repair. We had our own trucks. We would have them fixed. So there was a repair garage in Cincinnati. And every time I would come in, it was sort of interesting the way that we were treated. Not quite, a woman in trucking, a little bit different. Well, one day I walked in and we were spending about $500,000 with him, having him fix our trucks. One day I walked in, he had had a couple of my trucks for several days, and I said, I can't make any money when my trucks are here. My drivers can't work. I need your help to get my trucks fixed. He yells across the garage, "The woman who doesn't know anything about trucking is here, wanting to know about her trucks. Does anybody know anything about her trucks?" Well, because I am retarded, I turned around and I walked up to him and I said, "You just never know when the woman who doesn't know anything about trucking will start a competitive garage. You just never know." Just saying. Just saying. So that gave the birth in 2007. It didn't take me very long to figure out that I wanted to compete and I wanted a name. I wanted a name without a doubt. And why did I want that name? Because I wanted you to be assured that without a doubt, you could come into our location, and we started teasing, we'd see signs on 75, "Have you checked your brakes?" Without a doubt. "Have you checked your tires?" Without a doubt. And we just teased about the name all the time. So I started without a doubt. We started as a 2-bay garage. Today, in June of 2012, we moved to our new location. We are 8 bays. We are 7 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. And we have 16 diesel mechanics to service your every need. So I want you to come to Cincinnati. And let me just share with you a couple of additional things that have happened. The reason that I wanted to share with you how much I appreciate you, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have my organization. It takes women to be drivers, and I want you to know I have 122,000 square feet of warehouse space in Tri-County. There's 60 dock doors. If you come to park in Cincinnati and you're on the other side, you're welcome to park at my warehouse. And again, there's restrooms there for you, there's food for you, there's everything for you there as well. So you can come to either location and have a safe haven for you to be. And the reason I love this organization, Women in Trucking, is because the mission is to be a mentor and to help. I love helping and serving other people. And so this was just a natural. And I love Ellen, and I think that it's awesome, the organization that she started and what she has done. Today, we have, without a doubt, warehouse and logistics, without a doubt, truck repair, ESJ Carrier, and you never know. I might be an entrepreneur and start something else. It just depends on what you want me to start. I got to start something else. But there are women that came before us, and this is what I wanted to say, and I really wanted to share with you. Here are just some of the women that have been pioneers like yourselves. Elizabeth Blackwell, 1821, she was born to 1910. She was a pioneering physician. Rosa Parks, the civil rights activist, 1913 to 2005. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady, U.S. Delegate, 1884 to 1962. Mother Teresa, the missionary, 1910 to 1997. Barbara Walters, 1929. She didn't share with us when she got started on, but Barbara Walters. Sandra Day O'Connor, 1930, Supreme Court Justice. Hillary Rodham Clinton, 1947, Secretary of State, former First Lady, former U.S. Senator. Sally Ride, 1951, astronaut. Oprah Winfrey, 1954. Michelle Obama, 1964. Ellen, 6 years ago. That's a clap. Jennifer. Lisa Kelly is going to be here today. And each one of you that have been out there every day and have taken the career path to be a leader in this transportation industry, each one of you deserve an actual salute. So I salute each one of you and tell you thank you. Thank you for choosing this as a career. Thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being someone that people can turn to. It is awesome what you do. And I'd like to leave you with a paragraph by Stephen Covey. It's called Be Proactive. Being proactive is more than taking initiative. It's accepting responsibility for our own behavior, past, present, and future. It's making choices based on principles and values rather than our moods. Proactive people are agents of change, Ellen, and choose not to be victims. They choose to be reactive. They choose not to blame others. They do this by developing and using 4 unique human gifts: self-awareness, consciousness, imagination, and independent will. And they take everything and they turn it inside out. We're turning inside out the industry. That's what each one of you are here today that you're actively doing. They resolve things. They create things. They are forces of change. They are the fundamental decisions of being proactive that each one of us make. Each one of you have had the courage to change. The day that my dad died, he said this to me prior to passing away. He looked at me and he said, "Sandy, fear is a motivator only for a short period of time." Second thing he said is to love people. And if you become cynical, get out of the business. Don't ever become cynical. And the third thing that he told me was that respect is earned. It's not given. And I respect each one of you. Thank you for letting me share my story, and thank you, Ellen.